Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 6th, and hopefully you got out to vote. Because I've been told your vote is very important. I'm on my way to go get Mary to bring her for her procedure. As you can see, it's quite sunny, which is nice because it's been raining all night and most of the morning. At least Mary's not going at an awful hour. I don't have to pick her up till 9:30. I gotta stop and get gas. But I was gonna go for a walk when I got back, but it's supposed to rain the rest of the day, and we're supposed to get wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour. I know I've lost some weight, but I don't think I've lost enough that I have to worry about the wind blowing me away. I think I'm still pretty secure to this earth, but it makes it for a harder walk, which is probably something I would need. So I think it's supposed to rain for the next couple days, and we're supposed to have high winds, so I think the rest of these leaves are going to be coming down by then. And then the garbage men will be happy because there won't be as many compost things to pick up. The one guy at the corner, he had so many trees on his corner. He had like 20 bags. I was like, geez. We had 3 barrels full because we have a tree in the front and then we have a tree in the back. And it's a pretty big tree. Well, we have 2 trees in the front actually. Forgot about the other one, but we have 2 trees. We had 1 tree and we had 2 trees in the backyard, and when we wanted to put our pool in, the 1 tree was right in the smack in the middle of where we wanted it. So we transplanted it from the backyard to the front yard, and we weren't sure it was going to take, but luckily it did, and now it's a beautiful tree. It's all red. I love the red and golds. But enough of this chit-chatting with the pilot. Another one that's from Airplane. Yesterday's was from Taken. I love Taken. I watch it every time it's on. I love it. But anyway, today is Bernie Stastowick, S-T-A-U, I forget how to, well, Bernie, you knew I'd screw up your last name, Bernie. Bernie S. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Bernie, happy birthday to you, cha-cha-cha. It's a great day for you to have a birthday. Go out and vote. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I'm really proud of the fact that I'm doing really good on my 5 perfect days, and I guess Linda P. and I have a different interpretation of perfect days, because to me 5 perfect days is getting in your exercise and also staying within your points. And I know she said she went out with her son to celebrate his birthday, and she had sushi and a cupcake. I'm sure if you try, and she says, oh, so much for a perfect day. I'm thinking if you were still within your points, or if you had weeklies that you could have used, that you're still within your points and you're still on your way to a perfect day. I don't know how anybody else interprets a perfect day, but it's not a diet. It's not a perfect diet day. To me, it's not a perfect diet day. It's just a perfect day. And a perfect day is staying within my points and doing my exercise. And so everybody can pick their own criteria of it, but like I said, this is the way I'm going to live my life. I know I had that huge gain last Saturday, but, I went to my reunion. I had fun. I was cheap and didn't find my medication. So, like everything all adds up in the long run. So, you just have to kind of go with the flow and see what goes on with that. All right, buddy. He's going to try to beat me to that pump, and he is. Well, he should get there first because he was here before me. So, I will allow it. But this is ridiculous. So I got enough gas to get to Mary's. I got enough gas to get to Mary's house, but I don't want to chance it. So I'll just wait for somebody to get done putting their gas in their car. This is unusual because there's a lot of pumps here, but for some reason they're taking their time putting their gas in. And I'm going to look out. I'm going to get my favorite pump because this guy is just finishing up. And I don't know why I have a favorite pump. I've told you that before. But it just always seems to be the one I use. So let's go get our gas. We'll get Mary. Yeah, I'll put her on when I pick her up.
They kept trying to send me coupons and all kinds of crazy stuff.
There's Mary, not matching. Look at her.
Nope, I'm not matching, but my mother said as long as I'm clean, that's all that matters. You see, I had to wear a button-down shirt. I only have dress shirts, and I didn't think I wanted to wear a dress shirt. That's my surgery.
Well, Mary's procedure went well, and I went and voted. I only had 3 people ahead of me in line. But now I'm home, I want to eat. I'm hungry. So I started my day with a prayer. I drank 32 ounces of water. I wanted to thank Marilyn Walther for sending me this quote, "You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it," by Margaret Thatcher. So it's a 10-point breakfast, 0 for my berries, banana, grapefruit tea, egg, and water. 3 points for a tablespoon of strawberry jelly, 3 points for 4 slices of center cut bacon, and 4 points for an English muffin. It's a 10-point meal. I have 13 points left for my dinner. I'm going to have dinner. I'm going to have cottage cheese, chicken, pineapple, and some acorn squash with a glass of milk and a glass of water. I had 13 smart points, 5 points for my 1 cup of 2% milk, 3 points for half a cup of cottage cheese, 0 for my pineapple, the acorn squash, and my glass of water, 2 points for a half a tablespoon of butter, and 2 points for my chicken. So it's 12 points, and I still have 1 point left over. I'd like to get a little bit of fat in my diet. That's why I used a little bit of butter on my squash. And the chicken I counted for 2 points because I marinate it in 2 tablespoons of Aviva Italian dressing. And so I count the dressing with the cooking of this meal. Well, now I've been successful for 4 days. I'm so proud of myself. I am listening to all of your advice, and I think that after my 5 days, I'm definitely going to do Friday, because what's Thursday and Friday, because I get weighed on Saturday. But I'm going to follow my previous weekend and do that again next weekend, because like I told you, I'm going to have 9 consecutive losses, whether it's 0.1 or up to a pound. I'm going to have a loss every week for 9 weeks. And that's my plan, and I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to do it. The yogurt yesterday, I just don't like the texture or something of yogurt. It was just, I mean, it didn't taste that bad. It didn't taste that good. And I wouldn't buy it again. It was okay. I ate half of it. I didn't eat the whole thing. I ate half of it. But I don't see me buying it again. I can't see eating something just to eat it. You know, I have enough other stuff I can eat that I like. And a lot of people have said to try the Greek yogurt, but then everybody says, well, you put the pudding in here. You know, if you got to doctor something up, then I don't think it's really worth trying. That's just my opinion. I just, if you don't like it from just the way it is, then, I don't know. Like my oatmeal. I always thought I liked oatmeal, but then I always doctored it up with brown sugar, and I put so much brown sugar in it that I really had a little bit of oatmeal on my brown sugar. But now that I've just eat oatmeal and I can really taste the oatmeal, I'm thinking, I kind of like the oatmeal. I really do. For dinner, the acorn squash, the butter was just enough. I like acorn squash, but I find it a little boring or something. I don't know. It's just, my mother used to make it. She used to put orange soda in it, orange pop, and put sugar and all that, and make it real sweet. And you know, I could eat it like that. Who couldn't? You know, like that's like when you go to, well, we don't have them anymore, but there was the Lone Star Steakhouse, and they used to have the sweet potatoes, but it was loaded with brown sugar. You know, who wouldn't like something loaded with sugar? I know me, I would. And as far as the candy goes, I said that I'm not a big fan of Kit Kats or peanut butter cups. It doesn't mean I wouldn't eat it, because I still would. But I'm not eating it. I've stayed away from it. I'm doing really well with staying away from it, so I'm not going to eat it. I'm staying away. And just looking forward to going to my swim class. I never got my walk in today. The winds were so high and it was raining. As a matter of fact, when I got home from voting today, I had to chase my garbage cans down the street. My lid was across the street, and the can was over the other way, and the other one was parked in the middle of the street 2 doors down. So, because it's been, you know, like once they're empty, the wind just takes them and takes them away. And we have a new trash service. We originally had Rizzo, which I absolutely loved, but the guy was found guilty of corruption. And so they lost their business and they lost all of their stuff. And so now we have GFL, which is Green for Life. And I'm not a big fan. They're not. They don't take. They'll just take your can and they'll throw it to the side. Last week they didn't even pick up my trash. They picked up every other house. You can call and complain, but it doesn't do any good to complain. So I guess there's a petition going around that at the next county or city-county meeting or whatever, council meeting, that they're going to bring this petition up to try to find another trash service. Because there are different trash services we can have, but they sign a contract with the city and we have to go with what the city says. But they're just, I don't know, they're just lazy, I guess. I don't know. And like they've damaged so many people's cans, like they've run them over. I mean, they just have no courtesy for their customers, I guess. But anyway, tomorrow I'm going to go to water aerobics, and I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner. I know I shouldn't plan that far ahead, but I had the chicken. I made the chicken on Sunday, and so I had it for the 3 days. So I'm kind of chickened out. Did you see the feathers? Chickened out. So I don't really know what I'm going to have tomorrow. I'll figure something out. But I'm going to stay on track. Going to finish out my 5 days. Well, I'm going to do 7 days, but I'm going to finish it out with a victory. And just stay on track. I guess I said that. Did I say that already? I guess I did. I think I did. But it's kind of damp. But I'm so full, I almost just burped right on camera. I almost burped. My quote was from earlier, and that was from Airplane. Chit-chat with the pilot. My sisters and I say that all the time. What do you want to do? We want to chit-chat with the pilot. So, and yesterday's was Liam Neeson from Taken. I forgot to tell you yesterday when I was doing it. I love that movie. Every time it's on, I watch it. I absolutely love it. The other two weren't so great, you know. I mean, I watched them, but, you know, you think once you're Taken, you'd kind of know what to avoid. But, and then I'll come up with another movie. I have a lot of quotes. I quote from movies. I quote from songs. I quote from my quote book. I love quotes. I really do. And a lot of times I think they hit right at home to what you're thinking. So I guess that's going to be it for tonight. Give the video a like. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. Leave a comment and share it if you think somebody might be interested. And I will see you tomorrow.